Well. Beautiful people, best damn nation. It is Wednesday, and you know what time it is. It is the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. I am your humble host, Brian Renegade, and with me, I have an absolute maniac in the house. When you see this man in the dark alley, run. He will beat you up and throw your ass in the trash can. He is the green-eyed bandit. He fights people. Sometimes he bites people. He's your mama's favorite wrestler, and he can whoop your daddy ass. The one and only Roosevelt, the fighter. What's happening, my brother?
What's going on, everybody? What up? Shout out to everybody out there in the YouTube world. Shout out to everybody that's on my TikTok right now. Shout out to everybody that's on the Instagram, that's listening to us on all platforms. Apple Music, Siri, Alexa, AM, FM, UPN, UHF, VHF, all of it, man. What's going on, Brian?
All of that, man. It's good to see you, brother, but I have to say that today I'm a little sad, bro.
Feeling a little solemn, huh?
Look, I feel a little soggy right now.
Little
you know what I'm saying? I feel a little soggy. Couple reasons why, but one main reason, man, is my childhood hero, probably one of the best individuals that you can actually know, even personally, man. I think that he has amassed a lot of fans over the years. People have fell in love with him. He's one of my personal favorite wrestlers. R-Truth, man, is now excommunicado from the WWE, and we don't understand, and the fans want to write about it. And I want to write a letter to somebody. Who do I talk to? You know what I'm saying? Who got Triple H number? Because something, they just suck the heart and soul out of the company, man. And as a wrestler yourself, and a lot of locker rooms, and I've actually physically seen this, you've gone in and be a locker room leader of sorts, or somebody that people can confide in. You know what I'm saying? As a veteran in the locker room, man, what does it mean when a veteran leaves a locker room like that of R-Truth when he didn't renew his contract for the WWE?
It leaves a large level of uncertainty because now everyone's looking around like, all right, who's next? Who's going to be able to take the reins and lead us to where we need to be? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to be able to fill that void, walk in those shoes? And let's be honest, R-Truth has created a path where anyone that follows behind him is going to really have to step up their game like 1,000% because of who he was and what he was able to do. He was a guy that did not need to be on TV every week. He didn't need to be in a wrestling ring every week. But when he was there, his presence was felt. Like you could not go and watch an entire show and not say that you did not remember an R-Truth moment. Whether it was a match, a segment, him walking by backstage and not even saying nothing. Just it was always something where R-Truth said made you remember anything he did, and that's something that I myself wanted to kind of follow a path on, like almost like a template of how I did things when I had my moments with WWE. It's like, how do I create a moment for myself where people are going to be like, you know what? I remember when he did that. I remember that guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's a small things. Like when I did the Lashley sisters, I purposely played with my bra. And it was like when I got backstage, yes, there you go. When I got backstage, see? And it's a moment that is there. It's always going to be there. You're never going to forget that. And even when I got backstage, it was guys that was asking me, like, yo, did you really play with your bra on stage? Like, yeah. Is that out of everything that happened in that entire segment? Is that the only thing you remember? And it was like, yeah. And then I did my job. when I had the match with Veer Mahan, and the match was done, and he put me in a little chokehold, and I laid across the ropes the way I did. And everyone said, yo, out of everything in that entire match, I'm going to remember that sell. The way he sold that choke, the way he laid across it, like you never see anybody do anything like that. And something it's always about R-Truth. And R-Truth is Ron Killings to 100 to a T. Like whoever he is on TV is who he is in person. We've had him on the show. We did an interview with him. You know, we didn't have him like physically on here, but we did an interview, you know, off stage, off platform, and he's the same guy, man. So a lot of the top, you know, WWE has expressed their dismay about R-Truth not coming back or continuing with his contract. And you know what? I'm excited for this man because I want to see what he's going to do next. You know, he's still putting out music. He's always doing that. I do remember having him on the show, doing the interview with him, and he did say something about doing some movies at some point. So I don't know. Maybe the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast can do a movie and feature R-Truth in the movie. Because, you know, we do things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know what? I would love to see if R-Truth is available for music bookings, man, because I absolutely love R-Truth's music. And this is just not because I'm a wrestling fan. First of all, I'm a music fan first. You know what I'm saying? So I understand music. I understand, melodies. I understand, when somebody puts their heart and soul into a record. And I think that R-Truth definitely does that. I mean, he raps about things that are relevant in his life and that's not far reaching for someone of his age. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about spinning the block on somebody. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about the Glock with the switch on it. He ain't talking about all that. You know what I'm saying? He talking about real stuff. And I think that, since my hip hop palette has grown and I do not like the fast food stuff, R-Truth definitely is giving you Thanksgiving vibes with his music, man. And he spans across different genres of music from the Southern soul kind of line dancing to, more thought-provoking tracks. And so, if you have an opportunity, go check out Ron Killings' music or at Ron Killings One on Instagram, man, and see what he got, man, because he definitely got some hot tracks. And I've definitely used a couple of his songs for a couple of things. But yeah, man, R-Truth is definitely a legend. And I think that WWE definitely fumbled the ball with letting R-Truth go. You know what? Let's revisit the past a little bit. I got a couple of clips, man, from the interview that we did with R-Truth, you and G Money. So let's take a look at some of these clips from R-Truth, man, and just see what the truth got going on.
It just gives me that energy, man, to keep doing what I'm doing. It gives me that confirmation that what I've done, what I'm doing is right. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. It fuels my fire, bro. That's all it does to me.
Bro, I remember, like, you starting out, it's one thing that you're as entertaining as you are, but at the time you were one of the absolute most athletic people we've ever seen. When you hit moves and you're spinning, you know,
Yeah.
like how? Like, I mean, like what type of training did you have in the beginning, like before you started wrestling? Because you do a lot of things that people still can't do half your age.
Yeah, man, that's a blessing of God. Though. I believe it. I just think it. I do it. I just
Coach your instinct.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
coach your instinct.
Coach your instinct. That's it.
I
like
that.
that.
Right.
We'll hear about making stuff your own.
Instinct, like
Absolutely do
just
that.
doing it without instinct. I know you talking about draws earlier. I didn't know. What?
You was talking about
like,
draws.
No, y'all talk about draws.
You was talking about
Y'all
draws.
talk about not wearing draws, and y'all talk about like not washing with wash rags
Run the
and
tape
stuff
back.
like that.
Run
Let
the
me
tape
ask you this, and I told you I wouldn't do this. Do y'all use baby wipes?
I got some in the car. I got dude wipes in the car.
Absolutely.
You do use? Okay.
wipes.
Do you use them? Use them at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you use them when you're away from home?
Absolutely. That's the main
all
reason
I
my
want
got
to know.
Yeah. You have to. Look, real quick, we know you should be coming off an injury real soon.
Yeah. You do. I thought that was such a funny conversation, man. He was asking some very thought provoking but simple hygiene questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you guys use wet wipes? And he was asking because both of you and G Money are wrestlers, and so he knows what it's like to be on the road and driving for long distances, and you want to be fresh down there. You know what I'm saying? So, dude wipes is the way to go. But he gave a very great interview, man, and there was a lot of things that he said about his music career that he really wanted to take off. You know what I'm saying? I really believe that he believes in his music. And I think that he will be great wherever he goes, man. So shout out Truth, man.
Absolutely. I definitely want to reach out to his music manager, Jay Trax. I did talk to him one time before about coming on the show. This is a greater time than any to get Jay Trax, and we can talk to him, and let's see if we can get our Truth on the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all tune in every week because we always got surprises coming up, man.
Absolutely, man. Matter of fact, let's go back to that same interview real quick, man, if we can. About 3 minutes. This was a great clip, and I think it explained a couple things. So let's revisit that interview that you had with our Truth.
So it was a small EP we did. We got a bunch of good songs, man, but Legacy, what went into it is pretty much, it says a lot. It's one of my, more, I feel that song more than the one we did.
Man.
Video was like, oh my God, it took us a whole, almost a day and a half to shoot the video?
Really?
Bro.
Because there was a lot going on.
I'll tell you something funny about it. Yeah, and it was like, I didn't even know how much, trying to get the video played in certain spots, and it's so violent or something.
What?
Yeah. They said it was violent. But
There ain't no way.
You ain't seen not one gun in there, though. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
that's what I'm saying.
Well, I get it. It's a lot of fighting. You know what I'm saying? They just fighting and slapping people. But it was just done, man, with me and Jay Trax, my producer, it was just us. And that was one of our biggest projects we did. I went all out for Legacy, man. We rented the castle.
Yeah.
We rented it was a place outside of Georgia that had the Western scene. Mm-hmm. They had a whole Western town that would just make a lot of people come shoot movies there and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so our videographer found it. We went there, man. I got thrown off a horse. The horse didn't like me. Yeah, but it's a lot that went on in that video shoot. The chainmail I had on, dog, legit real.
Oh, was it?
Bro, that was like 60, 70 pounds, man. Bro, we had to shoot, and I was getting mad. And me and Jay Trax, we was like big brother, little brother, he said, bro, what's your idea? I'm like, yeah, but you didn't tell me it wasn't a good idea. You know what I'm saying? So
why you gonna let me do this?
Yeah, bro, man, it was, it's one of my more videos, man, that I just I'm passionate about Legacy. So for you to like that, that's dope.
That one really stood out the most. And you see it, it's on my playlist. When my man Daniel was like, "Our Truth Legacy?" Yeah. So it's like a game out here, bro. And I hear you got new music out, man. Tell us about that,
bro.
Or coming out, excuse me.
Since the injury, man, just coming back off a quad surgery. Had 3 surgeries. 2 of my quad tendon that got infected. Blah blah blah. Went to wound, man. So 3 surgeries out, 2 PICC lines. We found time, we made time within time to record and do a whole new album. And bro, we did it by being in 2 different places. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's just that determination that we're gonna get this done one way or the other. Tracks in Atlanta, Charlotte, man, we did with this thing we're using called Muse. Mm-hmm. And he controlled my computer from his house.
Right, okay. Yeah. The remote joint.
Yeah, so bro, and it had a delay because we didn't really perfect it good, but we perfected enough to if you're charging something, you gotta hold right here. You ain't gonna move until you get a good charge in there. So we pretty much did that through the whole album. And got it done, dog. Okay. And we got some I'm talking about some bangers that I'm not even gonna wait on because we wanna blow the door off when I come back. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
Yeah. Bangers.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, man. Our Truth. wherever you go, my friend, I know that you are going to be good, man. Whether you continue your run in wrestling or whether you just focus on your music, I absolutely think he should focus on his music and an entertainment career, man, because I think he'll be great wherever he goes. But he's already getting some offers from what I'm reading. I think that TNA is definitely interested in bringing R-Truth. I think R-Truth will be a great fit there, especially with Santino Barella and his character and some of the more comedic characters that TNA has. So I think it's definitely a place for him there. I don't really see a place for him in AEW like that.
No,
Uh,
no.
I don't see that fit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know if he wants to continue to wrestle because, to be honest with you, how old is R-Truth?
Truth is
54, maybe?
55.
54. He is in phenomenal shape.
Yeah, yeah.
I can only hope to and dream to look like that at his age,
Yeah.
54, 55 years old. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that are R-Truth's age right now that are wrestlers, man, look beat up. Straight up. Like, so they walking with limps and they all gray and hairy and fat. And so R-Truth to be at the age that he is, you know, he got some good genes, man. But you know, he said, you know, black don't crack. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to R-Truth, man. You know what I'm saying? But at 54, 55 years old, man, he is still absolutely a star. And we got a clip of him saying that the thing that blows his mind is people, you know, freak out when he writes his name on the piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? And that's powerful to him. You know what I'm saying? So I think that R-Truth is an absolute treasure. I think that WWE definitely fumbled the ball with letting R-Truth go, and we want justice for truth. Matter of fact, the crowd on Monday Night Raw, let it be known that, you know what I'm saying, they wanted R-Truth. All throughout the show, they were shouting R-Truth, R-Truth. You know what I'm saying? To the point that WWE...
Not just Monday Night Raw. NXT did it. They did it on Evolve. Like, this is something that's just going on around the world on all platforms. Like, they're letting the people know we need R-Truth in WWE. Like, there is no WWE without R-Truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think that this is one that hurts. and to be honest with you, I don't know why we're so shocked and surprised. I think because it all of a sudden happened, but they have already been talking about R-Truth not renewing his contract back in earlier this year. You know what I'm saying? To the point where I think I read something where John Cena decided that he wanted to step in and at least try to show a little bit of value that Truth has and had that match with R-Truth. Now, to go out on top like he did, I mean, he had a match with the all-time great John Cena. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it gets no better than that. On your almost last match, I guess his last match was with JD Mateo. What's his name? JC Mateo. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get you to
call him Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb.
My name is Jeff Cobb. I'm gonna call him Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, call him Jeff Cobb. Yeah. His last match was with Jeff Cobb. That's no slight either. Jeff Cobb is a great talent. But you know, I think the shocking now of R-Truth leaving, man, and then you can see, hey man, they going after all the old heads. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them, but most of them. You know what I'm saying? And I can see in the future some more releases, and I'm pretty sure in the females division that Natty might be on that list too. Mm-hmm. Now she been swimming. She be keep on swimming. I don't know. She find a way, boy. You know, I guess her husband being a producer, you know, that helps a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But and I don't want to see Natalya go. I really want to see her have a dominant reign. But they, you know, them releasing R-Truth just lets me know the state of WWE and where we are right now as far as talent and how talent is viewed. And I think that they want to bring up some of this younger talent that's on the roster, and they need to make some room. So some of these people who have $1 million price caps and all that stuff, they had to get rid of some. They had to They had to clear it out. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it. You know what I'm saying? Braun Strowman was one of those people who I hated when I saw Braun get the X, and I'm like, what was that about? You know what I'm saying? They could have used Braun in a lot of different ways. I still don't know why they didn't put him with the Y6. And maybe he didn't want to be with them, but it just seemed like a great fit to be able to put them in a group that Bray Wyatt started. And you want to have a tribute to that wrestler and his legacy of what the creativity that he brought to the game. Why wouldn't you put somebody who was actually in his faction as the leader of the faction?
Yeah.
Even really did.
I don't even think the entire Y6 came back. Because where's Eric Rowan?
Eric Rowan is there. He's in the group.
I didn't see him. This last
dude with the red beard taking out everybody. They just showed up and took out everybody on SmackDown. Was it SmackDown?
I must
have the past SmackDown. Yeah. So they showed up and they showed out, but at the end of the day, did they make a splash? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that they, like I've said before, if they want to make the group pop, they got to add Alexa Bliss to it. I think that she absolutely should be the leader, but there was a place for Braun Strowman there, and I think that Braun Strowman should have been at least in the group before he was released, because I didn't think that made sense. We also had, talking about releases, Carlito. Now, Carlito was out of the blue, kind of. But at the same time, Carlito didn't make sense because he's in the hottest faction right now.
Yeah.
Which is Judgment Day. And to be honest with you, Judgment Day has been carrying Monday Night Raw for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? But for Carlito to be he's not renewing his contract, but he got a grant. He was like, he in debt right now. He was like, they talking about they gonna release me and that I owe them money. I think
it was made as a joke. I think it was made as a joke. But before we move on, let's bring in one of our esteemed partners in crime, and I'm sure he's gonna have a lot to say about our truth release. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the genie of the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. Welcome back, LP.
What's going on, man? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear, man.
All right, let me see. My phone might be working right. Can y'all see?
There we go. Hey,
we get to see his face too. Oh, it's a show today, y'all.
It's a show today, finally.
What's going on, fellas?
Oh man, boy, it's been a long time since I seen that shiny head, man. Long time. Oh man, listen. LP, we missed you. You know what I'm saying? First of all, before we get into this wrestling talk, you put on one epic event not too long ago, man. And we are very proud of you for what you've done and what you've accomplished. And with pride, we can say congratulations on a great show, man. Can you please tell us about the fashion show of the century that you just put on?
Oh man, thanks. It was the greatest fashion show, which was loosely based on the film The Greatest Showman. It was a circus-based show. We had people on hoops, we had dancers, we had skaters. It was an amazing event, man. So thank you guys for showing that love. I definitely appreciate it. But let's talk some shit though, because I'm ready to jump right in this. I already heard y'all already talking a little bit.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. We was just talking about some of the WWE releases, man, and one of the most notable releases was R-Truth. Do you think that WWE fumbled the bag, as the young folks say, by releasing R-Truth from his contract?
Yeah. I think that the WWE didn't realize how much people loved R-Truth. I think they knew people liked them, but they didn't know it was gonna be like this. But I think what WWE is doing right now is what a lot of jobs do. I don't know how long y'all been on y'all jobs, or if you've been there for a long time. A lot of times jobs will take the people that been there for a long time, they got all them benefits, they got all that blah 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 stuff, and they'll send them out the door because it's cheaper to bring people in for less money and stuff like that. And that's all they doing. I'm not justifying it because it's crap, but that's all they doing right now. So that's why when I look at who's next, The Miz is on the chopping block next. He is clearly on the chopping block. He already done unfollowed and did a whole lot of stuff anyway. So I think he knows the Grim Reaper is behind his back. Anybody who's been there for a long time, like Randy Orton has been there a long time, but they're not about to mess with Randy. They're not. That's Triple H, boy. They're not about to mess with. I don't. Now that will be will be more shocking than R-Truth if they got rid of Randy. But I think people like The Miz, Braun Strowman had a big contract too, but they gave Braun Strowman like a legend deal or something like that. So I know they're gonna do something for R-Truth. Well, let me not say I know. I think they're gonna do something for R-Truth because I know Braun Strowman got some kind of deal, some kind of legend contract or something. I heard it's on the internet. I had actually made a post about who people think is next, and who I had possibilities next is The Miz, Chad Gable, Grayson Waller, your boy Austin Theory, Tozawa or Kazawa, whatever. Any of them boys like that was close to it. Like some of those people are gonna be next because I think they trimming the fat. I don't think they trimming it to bring in new stuff. Like I know you were saying that earlier. I just think they're trying to get rid of people that they feel like aren't doing anything, but they're making some bad decisions. Triple H is not going to beat none of the allegations about how black talent is treated. But I made a post on my TikTok earlier today. Well, I haven't even checked back to see how it's done. I don't know if anybody looked at it, but everybody's looking at Triple H. You know who nobody's looking at?
Nick Khan?
TKO.
The Rock. Let me tell you why I am looking at The Rock. We're gonna jump right up on here on some bullshit right here. So,
do you want to do?
Boy, you want hey, we can turn it up.
All right, we're gonna turn it up. We're gonna turn it up. Damn it! Oh man, listen, beautiful people. It's been a while since we've done this, but I'm so excited for this. Prepare yourself for a little bit of tough talk.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my!
All right, before I get started, any sponsors, what I say is don't have nothing to do with nobody else. It is clearly what I am talking about at the time. Everybody talking about Triple H. Triple H never gonna beat the allegations. The racist allegations go back from Booker T to doing blackface during DX. He's never gonna miss it. But let me tell you something that people don't realize. The Rock, daddy was black. So The Rock is, whether you consider him half black, or some people say if you're half black, you're full black. Whether you're considered half black or full black. So The Rock has came up in this business of wrestling that is very old time boy type shit. It's old. We get it. We black, we wrestle fans, we know how it is. So why is The Rock not making sure that the black talent is getting pushed more? He pushing his cousins. He damn sure ain't got no problem pushing his family. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody. He pushing certain family members because poor Jimmy might be damn next. Like he pushing his family, but he's not pushing. Look at Carmelo Hayes is not gonna be in Money in the Bank. Are you serious? At least back in the days, they used to use Shelton Benjamin for the ladder matches and the Money in the Bank to bring excitement because Shelton Benjamin would always make it exciting. But you're not gonna put Carmelo Hayes in there? Are you serious? Look at the other than Bianca, who's probably the only person who's really treated right, but she's not even treated right because the damn fans be booing the hell out of her for no damn reason. Like for no reason. But to get back to The Rock, why is The Rock not making sure that the black talent aren't going through some of the things that I know he went through? I know he want to claim he's Samoan, but I bet you they don't call him a nigga a couple times behind his back. His daddy's black. So half black or full black, The Rock is not just Samoan. Everybody want to keep looking past his blackness and just say, he's Samoan. Matter of fact, I think we had spoken about this before. I have never seen footage of The Rock calling himself a black man. If you got it, please post it and share it. But I'm 47 years old, and I've never seen The Rock call himself black. So maybe The Rock feel like, I ain't got to worry about them guys over there. But Triple H has power. But who has more power than Triple H? The Rock. The Rock has way more power, and he can do way more for those black wrestlers and get them pushed correctly or step in and do something. The Rock could have stepped in and said, give R-Truth what he wants. We not about to get rid of R-Truth. Probably outside of Booker T, one of the top 4 black stars we've had in WWE, when you really think about it. R-Truth is probably like right up there under Booker T, like giving opportunities and giving chances. And even with Booker T, they gave him the world belt, but they never gave him the main belt. Let's talk about it. They gave him that secondary belt, but he never got the good old boys belt. Let's talk about that shit. So everybody got to look at The Rock and Triple H, because The Rock really should be, for real, The Rock really should be doing something for his people that he don't claim, but he should be doing something for black people as well. And the injustices that's going on right now with how black people are pushing WWE, it's not going anywhere. It is very obvious, what's going on. And R-Truth getting fired is really, I think, a catalyst that's going to start a whole lot of dominoes falling. I might be wrong. WWE is already not looking that good right now in general. People really just not feeling the product whatsoever. But right now, what is everybody talking about? They talking about R-Truth. They ain't talking about nothing else. They talking about you guys fired R-Truth, the heart and soul. So fuck you, Rock, until you do right by your people.
Golly.
That's a little bit of tough talk.
Yeah,
From
we
your
mentioned
boy,
something.
LP. He came out blazing, boy.
He was doing that for a long time. He couldn't wait to get on the show and rip off. But you know what? We mentioned something earlier, and we mentioned the possibility of R-Truth going somewhere else like TNA or AEW. Now, here's the thing. If he goes to TNA, that's still WWE. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And with Carlito, he just became what championship he just get with AAA? Like he just get like the main championship for AAA? Or
you said Carlito?
Carlito. Yeah, Carlito just won a title with AAA.
When?
Over the weekend, he won a championship with AAA over the weekend. Yes.
Carlito or Bantingo?
Carlito.
They had a 90-day clause? They don't got a 90-day clause no more?
AAA, they own AAA. WWE has AAA too.
Oh.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Because this weekend they have the Worlds Collide, AAA versus NXT. So they still under some kind of contract with WWE. It may not just be a full WWE contract where they get all the, the glitz and the glamour and the perks, whatever, but they still have some kind of Gonzo on TikTok say he won the WWC championship. So it's the one that I believe his father owns down in Puerto Rico. But he was able to go and win the championship outside the company. And walk around with that title now around his waist. So could that be something where he knew he was getting ready to go home from WWE and say, you know what, let me go on down here and give me a championship and get on some shows and stack up some money. But at the end of the day, these guys are still going to have some kind of job, some kind of way.
Yeah, they're going to hit the indie circuit doing autographs and stuff like that. But they're still not going to make that WWE money.
Well, let's talk about that because it feels almost like the days of old in the early 2000s, man, where WWE was owning and running everything. Now, mind you, there has been a slew of wrestling promotions through Roosevelt, man, and just me all of a sudden paying attention. There have been a lot of independent wrestling companies that have popped up and grew within the last 10 years. And they are everywhere. And a lot of promotions are not afraid to say, hey, we are a wrestling promotion too. We have these talent, and now talent from AEW, TNA, wherever, they're being shown on these local shows, which I have an appreciation for because they still getting their money some way. But the WWE, not only is it not only is it the largest wrestling company, but they also own AAA. They have ownership partnership. It feels like ownership partnership, but I'm not sure what the contract is. But they have partnerships with TNA, and then other wrestling promotions. They have WWEID, so they're digging and reaching out to the indie circuit. And they're bringing in AEW talent. It almost feels like they are a money-hungry powerhouse, and the bottom line is the budget. Do you think that WWE still has that heart and soul, or do you think they are more money focused? Because I've seen reports that since TKO has taken over WWE, they've had some extreme highs, but they are still bleeding in the pockets a little bit. So I guess that's why they went back to Vegas, so that they can have one of the large draws. And to be honest with you, ticket prices are insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ticket price. When I look at the ticket price, I don't even want to go. And I got the money. I'm just like, do I really want to pay $200-300 to sit in the upper?
Somewhere so high, you gotta watch TV. You can watch it at the house.
I really want to pay that. I got to watch the whole time. If I got to watch the Titantron the whole time, I might as well stay at home. You know what I'm saying?
And you and I just went to Vegas for WrestleMania, and we did not even go to the Staples Center. We went right there to the Palms, right in our hotel. We didn't even go far. We went right downstairs to the watch party and enjoyed ourselves more at the watch party than we would have done at the arena, because we were right there in front of a TV. We had several TVs available to us. We had WWE, TNA, and AEW stars around. We got a chance to chop it up with a couple of them. So it's like, but we had those perks. It may not be available to a lot of people. We had those perks, but again, no one really wants to spend all that money when they can sit at home with a big screen TV and watch it at home.
Exactly.
And
so
I feel like it's going to go back to a pay-per-view type of thing, because people are going to realize, I'm not spending $300-400 to sit way up in the seats where I can't even see the TV half the time, let alone see the ants running around in the ring. So then TKO is going to catch on and like, you know what, we need to take this back to a pay-per-view where you have to pay. Like, great, we got a deal with Peacock, but you have to pay us for these shows.
The average ticket for WWE is over $100. Now think about every concert that you've ever been to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nobody that I would pay over $100 to go see. And maybe it's just me, and I'm a music fan, but I'm not paying $800 to $1,500 to go see Beyonce. I seen Beyonce live. She has a great performance. I seen her in Raleigh. She was outside. She was controlling the weather. It was crazy. It was some witchcraft shit. But anyway, people will pay it, and people are paying to go to these shows. That's why when you see all of these WWE shows, it's like, we have a packed out, sold out crowd. We've broken records in this building. We've broken records. Yeah, you're breaking records because your tickets are $150 to $200 for the nosebleeds. The nosebleed. If you want to get anywhere camera side, you're going to pay upwards of about $400 to about $1,500. If you want to sit in the front, forget about it.
That's about 4,000. It's about 4,000 to sit in those real good seats. But I think the problem is, we say it's outrageous, and it is, but it ain't no empty seats. As long as people paying it, they gonna keep doing it. That's why, like, as fans, we got more power than people realize. But if we not doing anything about it, like, I see people complain about stuff all day long. But if you, like me personally, I haven't watched a full show since the first episode of Netflix. And when they lost me then, I just watched clips and I watched highlights. But That's how you heard them, because I've also seen that, when they said they were going to Netflix, it was going to be more edgier, and if we were going to get an attitude era back, they ain't been doing nothing on Netflix. Like, they have really not been utilizing it at all. And the ratings for on Netflix, they thought it was going to skyrocket. It hasn't. And I take that back to that very first show. I told you that very first show on Netflix, they should have had a great show to make people be like, damn, I ain't watched wrestling in years. I'm about to start back watching. What did they do? They brought out Hulk Hogan. they brought out Hulk Hogan, and what was everybody talking about the next day? The Hulk Hogan, they getting booed. Want nobody talking about it. So right there, they messed up right there. So now all this stuff they doing now, it's only getting worse. And everybody's blaming TKO, but TKO is a big part of it. But TKO is a corporation and business, so they don't care about the people themselves. Like, they don't look at that ring. Look at all them logos and stuff in the ring. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know about y'all, but I hate that. I hate looking at all the logos all over the ring and stuff, man. It just looks it's so distracting. I guess because we probably used to never having to see that before, and now, like I said, this is something else y'all added to it. But if people stop watching and stop showing up, that's the only way it's going to change. The longer people paying them, putting their house on mortgage. Like, I've seen people talking about they took a mortgage on their house. There ain't a wrestler alive that I like that damn much. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But you got diehard people that do stuff like that. So they don't care how you do it, long as you in them seats.
I'll tell you what.
Absolutely.
When the next match I have on WWE, I better see a whole slew of people putting a new mortgage in their house to come watch me wrestle. I don't give a damn if it's a 5-minute match or a 20-minute match. I want to hear people say, "Man, I went and put a lien on my car so I go see Roosevelt in the middle of a WWE ring." Damn it!
See, you represent the problem, sir. That right there. You represent the problem.
I'm trying to better my problems.
I think at the end of the day, you can't please everybody. And I think that with TKO at the helm, they don't care about nothing other than, hey man, are you turning the profit? Where's the money? Can we grow this thing? That's why WWE is having all these shows overseas, because they are willing to pay the money. And honestly, the crowds are better. You know what I'm saying? Overseas. You know what I'm saying? But I think that goes to my question. Do you think that the company is more focused on money and profits than what the fans think and care about? Or do you think that they ride in that line? I'm gonna ask that question to LP.
Oh yeah, right now it's all about the money. That's all they care about. They don't care about people. Just like most corporations, they don't care about people. They care about the money. But just like most corporations, you don't realize that the people is when the people are happy, then they're going to spend money. When the people aren't happy, eventually they're not going to spend money. Just like y'all pay-per-views not up, but y'all viewership not up. And even if you pay attention, like I think somebody said this recently on a thing where even when Triple H is doing an interview or people doing an interview, all they do is talk about money. Oh, they talk about the gates and they talk about the blah blah blah. Don't nobody care about that. People want to see a good show. So if they're not, if I'm going to mortgage I'm gonna put a lien on my car to see Roosevelt in the ring. I don't want to see Roosevelt get killed in 2 seconds. I want to see a damn match. So if I'm gonna invest in that, like these people are investing, then give me something. Like there are no storylines going on right now either. Like I know people don't want no drama, but like nobody wants to watch this random people wrestle without some kind of storyline. Like Seth Rollins in this group. What is the why? Like Paul Heyman don't make no sense being with Seth. Why? It don't make no, like this stuff they're doing don't make no sense. So it's all about the money, but they're gonna start losing money and more wrestlers are gonna start losing their jobs.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Roosevelt, do you think that the trajectory that the WWE is on is the right path for them, or do you think that they should really focus more on the drawing aspects of the wrestling business, meaning the storylines, breaking up some of this new talent, or do you think they should really focus on growing the business and the revenue, like these wrestling shows?
I think if they push the storylines and work with the talent, that's going to help them grow more revenue. That's going to help them grow their business. Just saying, you know what, we're going to get rid of this one, get rid of that one. And then, like, as you see, the backlash with R Truth is we're not going to renew his contract because he's asking for X amount of money. Give it to him. You know, look at his T-shirt sale with the whole Ron Cena.
Yeah.
Absolutely bananas. Look how much money he made you in one night. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not even of a span of several months. One night. That shirt was debuted in one night and sold out in one freaking night on the website. Why would you get rid of somebody that just made you that much money? You know what I'm saying?
And he had a killer. He had a killer cameo with the Bloodline. In fact, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, he has been actively involved in most of the major staples on WWE within the last, I would say, 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone from the Judgment Day to the Bloodline, even Damage Control, he had a little, something going on with them. I think that they've always been able to find an area for R-Truth to be in. You know what I'm saying? And even with Judgment Day, when R-Truth was doing the stint with Judgment Day, that was probably the most popular that the Judgment Day was at that time. I think Damian Priest was champion, Rhea Ripley was champion, and R-Truth was in and out the group. And then I think they tried to fill R-Truth's place with Carlito, and it didn't work. He's not funny. I don't most of the time I don't even hear what he says. You know what I'm saying? And then when he does say something, it's either inappropriate, borderline about to get him in trouble, or it adds nothing to the story. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, letting R-Truth go is, it's unfortunate for WWE. But like I say, maybe Truth wants to take this next journey into his new life, man. And I think that a lot of wrestlers that are kind of feeling like, the axe is on their back, man. I think they're trying to make preparations too. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody is safe.
Yeah. And another thing too is like when you look at the writing aspect, you know how you always hear the talent say or writers say that they ain't had nothing for me. R-Truth was somebody that you never had to have anything for him. You could just put him anywhere and let him do anything. You didn't necessarily have to say, okay, we need to write this for R-Truth and put him there and he can literally walk backstage and walk up to Kathy Kelly and have a whole conversation with her, and it'd be entertaining. And it'd be more entertaining than watching a full match inside the ring. So you never really had to write anything for him. And then I watched the video, and it was something where he was doing something, and everything was just right on the cuff. Like they didn't even know what he was going to say or anything. He was just like, boom, he just spit stuff out, and it made it entertaining. It was like, did y'all write that? No, that was just him. We don't have to. They didn't have to write anything for him. You don't have to put him anywhere. And then doing the whole Cena match with him, if y'all knew he was going to go out the door, y'all should let him be Cena.
I think that he gave a no, absolutely not. But I think that he gave a great promo the night before he faced Cena. And he told Cena, "I'm gonna beat the hustle, loyalty, and respect back into your ass." You know what I'm saying? And when he said that, I was like, okay, a little shades of K Quick. You know what I'm saying? The old R-Truth, the angry R-Truth before Lil Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? And he came out and listen, if somebody comes out and plays your character in the ring with you in the ring and gets a loud pop and reception just like it would have been you, that is genius. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know how hard that is to come into the ring dressed as somebody else and actually pull it off, doing his moves and everything?
And it's not the first time he's done it. Remember back when he did Ron Ziegler?
Yeah.
He did Dolph Ziggler better than Dolph Ziggler. And people was like, "Yo, I can't believe that he pulled it off so easily." R-Truth was that guy, and so we can't wait to see what's gonna happen with him.
They say they say WWE they stop people, they stop wrestlers from like Rhea Ripley. She had a R-Truth shirt on, and she had it. You could see it on her before when she did something online or something. But when they was on TV or whatever, they made her take it off. Like they were trying to, the crowd was already the crowd went in there knowing they was gonna do. But some of the wrestlers wanted to do stuff too to pay homage to it, and WWE was like, nah, y'all can't do that. And I think what WWE need to realize, TKL, whoever is, with the internet, you hear about everything now. So when things like that, like not allowing the wrestler to wear his shirt, could be okay before when nobody knew. When you got all these wrestling channels and people talking about it, from Stevie Richards podcast to, there's 1,000 wrestling podcasts talking about stuff. So when you got people like that talking about it, that just really made people look at WWE like, damn, I knew y'all was shitty, but I ain't know y'all was that shitty. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I think are really going to have I think this is going to be the catalyst. I'm telling you, some things are really they're going to start noticing some stuff. Even if they brought them back, I don't think it's going to hit the same, because when Selena Vega got fired and they had that big whole thing about how she got fired and she came back, it was a hype for like 2 seconds, but then it wasn't the same. So I don't think them bringing him back is the answer to. I think they gotta eat. I think they gotta swallow it and pause. They got to take what they took, and they just they got to deal with it. And I think, I don't know what he's gonna do, but I think if you go to any other wrestling promotion, I think it should be AEW. I don't want him to be connected to WWE at all. I think AEW, he can spark some issues over there. I want him to be somebody would say he should go over there and still think he in WWE, like seeing wrestlers over there and calling them, seeing Cesaro and calling him Cesaro, or calling them like, to still be that guy, because he don't need to go over there and turn into Ron Killings or go over there and be a whole new character. Nah, be the same character that people are crying out about. He go over there, calling John Moxley, asking him about the Shield, just doing stuff like that. If Tony Khan don't see the opportunity in that, he's a damn fool. Because AEW really should be picking up on all this stuff right now. Because right now people not really feeling WWE, so this is a chance for them to jump back up and grab them reins, whether they do it or not. Who knows? We know what they should do, but people in the right position.
Yeah. AEW was just here in Phoenix, Arizona. They had on a show here, and they did the Arena Brawl. What is it called? The Mayhem in the Arena, something like that. It's a big massive fight or whatever. But they had a lot of AEW stars here, and to the point where I was like, maybe I should go out and interview some people. And I was like, I'm good. I'm staying in my house. I didn't even want to really go out, but and that's no slight to AEW, because they are absolutely killing it in certain segments. You know what I'm saying? Now, are they competing with WWE? No, they were alternative. They still are an alternative, but I'm not sure if the positive press around AEW is getting them to the level of where they need to be, which is direct neck and neck competition with WWE.
They won't never be that. Some things are just set. WWE, nobody sent. We had the WCW that was years ago. WWE is making sure nobody gets like that. Why you think they bought TNA? Why you think they control? They monopolizing everything. They eventually probably gonna try to get AEW for real. But nobody's never gonna get that. Nobody will ever see NBA. Nobody will ever see the NFL. Nobody will ever, like, even certain places a lot. So if TNA don't try to compete, but they don't need to compete because they never can compete. It is what it is. Just work your lane. It's DC and Marvel. DC trying to catch up with Marvel. DC, do your thing. You're not gonna. Marvel had that whole lead. You're never gonna catch them. They fail trying to catch them. So don't ever try to catch them. Just if AEW keep doing what they doing, your fans are gonna watch it. Your fans might not watch it. Just like WWE. WWE is losing fans. That don't mean all the fans WWE losing is going to AEW. You still got to have a good product right there. So I think the monopolization that WWE is doing is why they're not as good, because they don't have nobody to compete against. That's why and that's why the Monday Night Wars, you got the best out of both, but you got mainly the best out of WWE, because they like, we got beat for 82 weeks straight. What is it, 84 weeks, 82 weeks? Whatever that.
It seemed like forever.
Yeah, it definitely was a long time ago, but like since then, WWE is like, either you gonna watch it or you ain't. What else you gonna do? It's like, look, I don't know how much y'all play video games. Look at 2K. Like when you want to play basketball, only game you can play is 2K. When we came up, we had Live, we had 2K, we had Double Dribble. When we had all these different options.
NBA Jam.
These kids now, one out. Come to football, you got Madden. We had John Elway. We had all the other Techno Bowl, Blitz. Yeah. Once everything get monopolized, either you're gonna watch it or you ain't. And that's what they know, and that's why they don't give a shit. They don't give a damn about them ticket prices. They're not gonna drop them until people stop paying them. So people gotta stop being stupid. Until people stop being stupid and paying it. Like we won't. We got to that point. We said we ain't, but we just three people. We just three men that got brains. Them other damn people who live and breathe wrestling, like they wake up in the morning and go to sleep thinking wrestling. They might sell their wives to the pimp down the street just so they can get some money to go to the next pay-per-view. So, and they know that, and Triple H knows that. The Rock knows that. You think The Rock even said when he didn't. People blaming The Rock for WrestleMania not being great. It ain't The Rock fault because he wasn't there. The product wasn't that good at all. The show WrestleMania is a 2-day event. How y'all gonna blame The Rock for the John Cena match? That was one match. What about all the rest of the shit? It's so easy to throw the blame at people, but the product itself is just not good.
I think that WWE did the right thing, and especially with the Bloodline storyline, and they brought a lot of people that haven't watched wrestling in a while back to the product. I can honestly say that. I think that wrestling is still as hot as it's ever been. It is mainstream now. For a little bit, it was taboo. You know what I'm saying? It was taboo, and then it got popular, and then it got mainstream. And then they got super over with everything, and then it died down. And once it died down, it kind of slowly started creeping up. But now it's hot again because, like we said, most of the average ticket sales are between $1,000 to $1,000. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you'll find a deal where you might get like a $60 or $80 ticket, but you're gonna be at the top of on the roof. You know what I'm saying? So, but people will still continue to go. Wrestlers are stars. You know what I'm saying? And they are crossover stars they are walking, a walking marketing tool, right? And best wrestlers know how to market themselves as a business so that other businesses want to do business with them. That's how you become an effective celebrity wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Where people want to buy into your brand, and then you can start doing appearances and all that stuff. But right now, man, WWE is at the top. At the top of this game. I'm pretty sure they're going to change some things around. I know a lot of people were upset that WrestleMania moved from New Orleans to Vegas again. But that was a money move. TKO runs a lot of their promotions out there, especially UFC. Is Power Slap with?
Yeah,
that's
I guess Power Slap too. Yeah. So a lot of the sports that is.
Speaking of Slap, real quick, let's give a quick shout out to Dante Smiley. He was on the show. he got signed to Power Slap. So shout out to Dante Smiley on his contract with Power Slap.
Absolutely. Shout out to Dante Smiley, man. I hope you slap the hell out of somebody. I'm waiting to see it. Waiting to see it, man. But yeah, man, as long as the profits are rolling in and as long as they can remain at least above the red line, I think that, they're definitely going to push more products on people. Because at the end of the day, it's all about selling something. You know what I'm saying? We might not like the logos on the ring and stuff, but the reality is a lot of the local, not the local store, but the indie circuits, a lot of them are starting to do the same thing and putting companies' logos and sponsor logos on the ring and stuff. So it's becoming a main practice in the wrestling business right now. And I think that the WWE and AEW both open up lanes for a lot of people to be able to make money, even when they are no longer with the company. So we'll see how it plays out. But, it is what it is, man.
Hey, y'all two didn't never y'all think y'all sleep. Y'all two didn't say nothing about my rant. Y'all didn't say nothing about how y'all felt about what I said about The Rock before we moved forward.
Well, it would be ill-gotten for me to speak on the greatest of all time, the man who shares my birthday, May 2nd, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, one of the greatest superstars of all time. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like the Final Boss Rock. I don't like this nigga. I love Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but Final Boss, I don't know. This is Hollywood Rock at its finest. You know what I'm saying? The crazy part is, I know we haven't even. This is how. What do you call this? Desensitized we are to mainstream hip hop, rap, pop, integrated into wrestling. We not even mad that Travis Scott came down and got involved into this match.
Who is I was cursing at my TV the whole entire time. Like, I was like, "What the? Why are you here?" And they talking about he trying to work on having a match. Man, Travis Scott is the size of Rome. He talking about he gonna get in the damn. They can have a light heavyweight championship. Travis Scott
light his chest up. I hope they chop all skin off his chest.
Man, I was so upset.
We said the same thing about Bad Bunny. You know what I'm saying? It was like, who the hell is Bad Bunny gonna put up? Bad Bunny put on one hell of a performance, man. So Travis Scott might put on a performance. I'm not sure. You never know.
Nobody, but you know the difference between that. People love Bad Bunny, so even if he looked bad, they would have cheered. The wrestling fans they don't care if none of the wrestling fans don't. Everybody is like, especially the first time he came out with The Rock, everybody was just like, why was he there? Like, it'd be different if they made it make sense. He had that little belt, he just stood there, and then he ended up hurting Cody by not doing his, but it still was, why were you there? So then this time you're gonna bring him out again and not have The Rock when everybody just knew The Rock about the show. Well, that's the only reason everybody got hyped. He come bringing his damn anorexic ass down the damn ring, and once
he come to the ring, but he ran like a little bitch when it was time for him to get that receipt back from Cody. I don't know if anybody caught that. But when it was time for him to take that damn punch, he took off running like a little girl. I hope they whoop his ass.
Yeah, I think sometimes you can bring in celebrities and it'll work, but sometimes people don't care about celebrities. Like, I saw not one positive thing about Travis Scott either time he came. Maybe y'all might have saw a couple things, but I didn't see not one person. Even the rap community didn't give a shit. Like I told you before, that mixing stuff, it don't. Y'all were talking about, Ice Spice is gonna be, what was Ice Spice? Not Ice Spice. Sexy Red was gonna be on NXT. It was NXT. Was that what she was on? Like,
yeah, she was on NXT.
Don't nobody care about that shit like that unless you a legit fan and people can tell you a legit fan and you really doing something ain't no, and celebrities always, celebrities gonna be celebrities, but no, sir. I don't know about you, but me and Roosevelt was very upset about Travis.
Well, to be honest with you, the hip hop community has always been wrestling fans, man. Even from the beginning of hip hop, we have always been wrestling fans. You know what I'm saying? And so now is cool again. So you starting to see Two Chains and Metro Boomin and Cardi B and all these stars that are
Who's
in the
going to
hip
be at
hop.
SummerSlam for whatever reason? I don't know why, but she's going to be at SummerSlam this year.
Cardi B, yeah. So so she was supposed to be at SummerSlam. I think it was 2 years ago, but she was pregnant at the time. So for some reason, they just played her music, and she didn't show. So now she's showing, and I'm not sure what it's going to look like. Maybe it might be good. I don't know. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? But they used the hell out of Sexy Red. Sexy Red was on NXT a couple times. Then she came on main roster and they hated her for some reason. And that was not a good fit on her main roster. She fit more with NXT because the NXT people went crazy. They used her backstage segments and all that stuff. But like I was saying, man, rappers have always been intrigued with wrestling. And so now I think they're with their partnership with Netflix, they're definitely bringing all of these rappers and entertainers to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're seeing all these entertainers come up.
One more thing too I want to bring up. I don't know if you guys knew, but you know that during WrestleMania they had the Viking Raiders versus the New Day. Did you hear about why they had that match?
Mm.
They had that match because they was promoting something. Like so it was something because of Netflix. So
the video game.
Yeah, the video. That's always video game. But then they had a ladder match, which should have been on Mania on SmackDown with the Street Profits of them, and it blew the roof off the damn thing. So it's things like that. I think they had that one comedian from Netflix. He was backstage. I can't think his name, but he's horrible. But he was backstage. Like they trying to incorporate that stuff. But as a wrestling fans don't care about that stuff. Like wrestling fans don't give two shits. So y'all had the New Day and y'all threw them in that match for no reason when y'all should have had that ladder match because this is WrestleMania. Y'all should have had that ladder match. So it's things like that that's hurting the product. Like, and I get it, and they're gonna keep on doing it, I'm pretty sure. Shit, Megan might show up on one of these. If they promoting that, she might show up and start dancing for the Megan 2.0 movie coming out. Like, who knows what the hell what's gonna happen next? But I generally feel like none of those people move needles. I don't think Logan Paul, who is amazing in the ring, we all admit it. I don't think Logan Paul fans ran to watch wrestling outside of watching the clip that Logan Paul is in. I think the clips go viral, but like I don't think his fans are gonna run. Sexy Red fans did not tune in to NXT. They watched the clips on YouTube. They did not say, "Oh, my sexy, we're gonna watch." Like it's not moving the needles that they think. All they need to do is focus on the stars, like they used to. Like when we grew up, we sound like old men, but when we grew up, we had a totally different product during the Attitude Era or whatever because they never focused on none of that stuff. They just focused on good characters. Stone Cold started a whole revolution by himself. No, we didn't know who the hell Stone Cold was like that back then. I literally was flipping the channel and seen this white man busting into a house and seen Brian Pillman pull a gun on him. I'm like, who the hell is this dude? And that's what got me back into watching wrestling. Like Stone Cold by himself. I didn't need to see Denzel Washington show up backstage at a WWE show and be like, oh shit, Denzel is. I wish people start realizing that we don't give a damn about none of that shit. Like Drake can show up tomorrow and nobody really is gonna care outside of that little bit of hot second, you know what I'm saying, of a moment. And that's why it's I don't know, man. I feel like the old man be like, man, what do you remember back when
back in the day?
Well,
yeah, man.
If you ask, is wrestling fun anymore? Because I think if you ask most people, is it fun? It's not. When's the last time y'all sat down and watched a full show of Raw or SmackDown? Not no highlights.
Well, I just watched Raw, but I have to be remiss. I did like go to the bathroom a few times, eat a couple snacks. I fell asleep, woke up and saw the main event. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but before then, I mean, before Monday, bro, I was just really catching it at the end or in the middle or whenever, and mainly because I try to spend more time with my family. But you're right. I mean, I have been tuning out lately. You know what I'm saying? I go back and look at clips and stuff if it's interesting, but I think they're trying to ramp up some storylines. I know they got the Judgment Day storyline going on right now, and then they have the Naomi
Jade.
storyline going on with Jade and Bianca, which that's interesting. I'm happy that they are pushing that and doing that. It's I don't know. They got to add more to it because it's getting stale. But at the same time, they are bringing in all of this new talent that's from NXT. They got the Evolve program that's going on where they bringing up new talent. They got AAA, which they're adding on new talent. So they got a lot of things going on, and maybe they do have to trim the fat, but they had to fire our troops, and that's all I'm saying. But we're gonna see some more cuts coming up soon, man, and hopefully we don't see none of our favorites on that list. But some of the people that we saw up there on the last cuts from Dakota Kai to Braun Strowman, man, was definitely some shocks to people. But R-Truth, man, some people you just leave there, you just don't mess with them, man. R-Truth is one of those guys. So now we don't have a comedic element on the show no more. They are silencing Tozawa. R-Truth is gone. They just got rid of Carlito. Dominic Mysterio is our only truth. He's our only hope right now.
Damn. You're right. I didn't even think about that. They have gotten rid of
all the comedic acts. The New Day is angry all the time. There are no comedic acts on the show.
Street Profits are being more serious.
Street Profits being more serious.
Montez ain't dropping no more jokes.
None.
Hey, look, one of the funniest things that always comes to my mind whenever I see the Viking Raiders is when Montez used to be like, she likes Ibar and not Eric. When he talking about how one of the women was in love with Ibar, nobody paid any attention to Eric. That was one of the funniest things. And that it runs through my mind every time I see them. I'm like, damn, they still don't like your ass, bro. They'd rather watch Ibar.
They don't even got a color commentary and somebody doing commentary. I mean, I guess if you count Pat McAfee, but he ain't funny. Like they don't even. I think Corey Graves was a lot funnier than Pat McAfee. Like, yeah, y'all know I despise Pat McAfee, but like, yeah, you're right. They don't even have, even in commentary, they don't even have nobody to. That's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Wade Barrett, man. I like Wade Barrett, but Wade Barrett and the other guy, I don't even know his name. The other commentator, they're too serious. And with NXT, of course, NXT has Booker T. But you're right. I think that the comedy aspect, even the small comedy aspect, is always good during the show. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to have a range of emotions during the show. Because if you see in the show and everybody mad and angry, it's like you gonna feel some type of way after you finish watching the show. You know what I'm saying? You might be ready to bust some heads. You know what I'm saying? So they need that comedic element. And I think that, R-Truth being there and Carlito being there and Santino Marino being around when he was around and all Goldust when he was doing his thing, there's a lane for that. But who do we see stepping into that lane? And I don't see anybody being that entertaining. And all the entertaining people are being put in more serious roles like the New Day and like the Street Profits. And so you're right. There's a void that's going to be there. Somebody going to feel it. They're going to feel it with somebody other than R-Truth. But, you know what I'm saying, is laughter dead in WWE?
Look at Sammy.
Huh? Sammy is so serious all the time. Other than him dancing and getting oozy, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, like, it's like he's trying to figure out where he is in the world of the WWE right now, and he's not being funny, Sammy.
The only
He's
thing that's funny right now is the Chad Gable great Americana, whatever the hell his name is.
Is it funny
That's the
though?
only thing that's funny. And you know what's crazy? Is the fact that this whole mask gimmick is getting over more than Chad Gable was.
It is. Oh, Shorty G. Yeah, yeah. Chad Gable has definitely reinvented himself multiple times, man. And I think that the El Grande Americano character, I think it's a good character. I think it fits. I mean, it's perfect. The timing is perfect, and it kind of ushered in the AAA buying because it happened around the same time. So yeah, but he's still Chad Gable is not doing the comedic thing anymore. You know what I'm saying? So like,
he almost got killed a couple weeks ago.
like I said,
Yeah, the dude he messed up that he won a power driver.
Yeah,
What's
Penta, Penta. When Penta dropped him,
Penta about killed him not too long ago. I still
I'm
think
surprised they letting the Mexican Destroyer go. I'm surprised they letting that move like live at all right now because it's so dangerous. Because he does it so quick and he's not always precise with it. You know what I'm saying? So
well,
it's so fast. Like I feel like somebody is going to get hurt.
That move is not always on. It's not on him though. The move is on the person that's taking it. You have to backflip your body into it. So he's giving you the illusion that he's performing the maneuver, but it's actually you that's doing it. You know, the one that's taking it. Because once he jumps and he flips over, he's just doing a sunset flip. So naturally, if he doesn't hook onto you, if you don't hook onto him, he's just doing a sunset flip and going into a pin. You're actually flipping your body over and you have to land correctly. So it's not even on him. It's on the individual that's taking the move.
Yeah, but I don't trust everybody to take that bump. You know what I'm saying? And somebody going to end up, God forbid, I ain't even going to put that in the air. But yeah, I'm surprised they letting that go. But anyway, fellas, real quick, let's talk about Money in the Bank before we go ahead and log off. I want to get your thoughts on some of these matches and see who you got swinging. Let's go to the Women's Intercontinental Championship with Laura Vicaria and Becky Lynch, man. Do you guys like this feud that's going on? Do you care at all? And who you got winning? Let me go LP. Yeah. Thumbs down.
I don't care about Becky Lynch at all. And I used to like Becky Lynch. I don't know what happened. I don't know when. At what point did I stop liking her? I think it was when she became big time Bex is when I kind of just stopped liking her. Yeah, I don't even know the other chick like that. Seem like to me they're trying to push the other girl too hard. Yeah, I don't care.
Oh man. Roosevelt, what you think about this match between Laura Vicaria and Becky Lynch?
I'm just ready for it to be over because the promos leading up to it not strong enough. You know what I'm saying? It's not giving us anything. It's just like, oh well, they got a mic and they're talking to each other. There's no real build up to it. So I think Becky's gonna win. Honestly, I think Becky's gonna win this, and it's the only title that she hasn't won in WWE so far. So.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Yeah, she might be definitely taking that and giving some relevance. I don't know if the secondary belts have been getting over with the women. I know that Chelsea Green has definitely gotten over the United States title, but then they put it on Selena Vega. And I love Selena Vega, don't get me wrong. And I'm happy that she got it, but she's not progressing the belt. And I don't think she's really that believable as a champion because she is so tiny. But I can't really say that because Alexa Bliss was champion for a long time and she was devouring everyone. So,
Bliss was a good wrestler. I think Selena Vega need to be in a Brian Panty match She should have been back in the day. She not a good wrestler. I'm sorry. That's to keep it a buck. She's not a good.
She is. She just needs somebody in the ring that can move with her. And I think what's happening with her, why it looks like she's so stagnant right now, is because she's so stuck with this Chelsea Green storyline. Like it's
other
more.
women. It's other women that's there on the roster. I don't understand why they keep going to trying to build a feud if it's not there. Those types of titles, you cycle through the roster until you find a good feuding partner. That's what makes sense to me because you're giving people opportunities. Make those belts fighting belts. I don't want to see the same people fight every week on the same. Zelina Vega got to fight a whole faction of Secret Hervis, whatever their name is. You know what I'm saying? Give some of these other people opportunities to shine, make it interesting. With this match for Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch, I'm gonna go Becky Lynch. But I think that Zelina Vega will lose her belt soon enough. I don't know to who. We'll see. Let's go to the women's Money in the Bank match. You got some big names: Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Julia. Is that how you pronounce it? Julia, Naomi, and Stephanie Bakir. Who you guys have winning the women's Money in the Bank match? Let me go, Peasy.
It really should be Naomi if you really want to look at everybody in that match. Either Naomi or Bliss, because everybody else, yeah. Naomi been in the game too long. They have not really done. They gave her a little bit of stuff, but I still need them to treat her better. She should have stayed in TNA. But I think if they give it to her, she can. I think she can do better. She deserves a shot. So I say.
Yeah, I think all of the women in this match have been champions in their respective right. You know what I'm saying? Alexa Bliss, multiple time champion. Rhea Ripley, multiple time champion. Roxanne Perez, multiple time NXT Women's Champion. Julia, she had one of the belts in the NXT. I think it was
North
It was the
American.
North American Championship, Women's North American Championship. Naomi, two-time Women's Champion, and Stephanie, she just dropped the belt. You know what I'm saying? And so I think they're really going to push her. And, she's a great star, especially, with her ties to AAA. I think that she's going to be at the top of the card. For me, looking at this stacked, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to go Stephanie, man. I think that they're gonna go with Stephanie. I think they're pushing her to the moon right now, and the fans are getting behind her. Obviously, I would love to see Naomi get it or Rhea Ripley put Rhea Black on top. Alexa Bliss would be great to have the belt. I think she'll be good, but she didn't really have any steam behind her right now to give her the belt. You know what I'm saying? So Roxanne Perez has been doing good, but she's kind of in limbo right now. So I say give it to Stephanie. She's brand new. You can do something. She's a star that you can build. And I think that she'll have some really great matches. Who you say you had, Roosevelt?
I haven't said.
Well, who you got?
I gotta agree with you in terms of Stephanie Valkyria. She has been, lighting it up and tearing it up. The first dual champion in NXT. She held the North American and the Women's Championship at the same time. No one else has done it. It needs to be Naomi, like LP say, but we know that's not going to happen because just nobody there for Naomi to. Oh, here you go. To chase behind in terms of the championship now. Because she's locked in the storyline with Jade and Bianca. Now, Bianca had the championship, and I would say, yeah, definitely Naomi's about to get it. Roxanne Perez is too locked in with the Judgment Day, so that takes away from her. Now, if they do Roxanne Perez, that's going to put a whole situation, rip in the Judgment Day. So I can see that. Because Liv's not going to want her to win that championship. And she already stated claim of taking that title from Io Sky, which Liv is talking about doing herself. So But at the end of the day, I got to go with Stephanie Valkyrie.
You brought a good point, though. Giving it to Roxanne Perez would be months worth of storyline that they can build on. So maybe they might go that direction and pull that off. I can definitely see that happening because with Stephanie, you're going to definitely have to build her feud up and build her star because not a lot of people know who she is really, or they've seen her wrestle, but they're not fully behind her. So I think that Roxanne Perez makes the most sense storyline wise, where you can build multiple storylines off of her belt. So I can see that happening, but we shall see. Let's go to the men's Money in the Bank.
Real quick, we got a comment on TikTok from Mayhem McQueen that believes that Naomi is going to win the Money in the Bank.
People have been wrong before. People have been wrong before. I don't think that they're gonna give it to Naomi. I don't think they're gonna pull that trigger on Naomi, even though Naomi is probably as hot as she's ever been. I disagree with you, LP. I think she absolutely should have. She made the right choice by staying in WWE because right now, who's the TNA Women's Champion?
I mean, I don't want TNA.
Exactly.
Exactly. But I wasn't watching TNA when she was there neither. But I did see clips of how they were treating her. So they did make her a main star. When she first came back in WWE, what was she doing? She just now starting to get. She been back for almost a couple of years now. She just now starting to do something. Let's not act like they. And then this Jay thing going on too long. If you want to keep it a buck, like it's time to wrap that shit up. They're
trying to extend it, but to be honest with you, realistically, Naomi's return has been a great return. She's been on TV almost every week. She's been in a few right now, probably with Jade and Bianca. So that's one of the few storylines that WWE has going on right now that people are actually interested in. And her whole character change, the deeper dark Naomi, people are really digging. Now, I don't know about her theme music. You know what I'm saying? The theme music throws me off every time. I think she should have just kept her theme music and then, kept with the changing of the characters. But at the same time, it looks like her and Nia Jax have almost had a camaraderie of sorts where maybe they might be hitting at a female bloodline. I absolutely hope that they do something like that, especially if they bring in someone like the Tonga Twins or something like that. I think that they would be Tonga Twins with Nia Jax and Naomi. I think they would be a force to be reckoned with as far as the female bloodline. And you can absolutely run that story, but I'm not sure if they're going to pull the trigger on that because Tonga Twins still they still on the independent circuit right now. But we'll see. We shall see. All right, men's Money in the Bank. We got Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, Seth Rollins, Penta, Andrade, and El Grande Americano. Roosevelt, who you got?
I don't even really care about the match, honestly. I don't even care who wins because it's like, for what?
That's a horrible lineup. That's a horrible lineup.
Yeah, it's like for what?
I think it's a solid lineup of B stars.
To do what?
Seth Rollins is the only star in this match.
I gotta go with Seth Rollins.
People like Penta, people like LA Knight, people like Andrade. But all of these, when I'm looking at it, I only see one person, obviously, that's going to come out on top, and that's Seth Rollins out of this whole thing.
I must like to say Penta, only because of the AAA merger.
You really think they're going to give Penta the Money in the Bank and let him cash in and be the champion?
When they was doing everything with those Japan tours, they let him win Royal Rumble.
Okay.
You gotta think about it. The way WWE moves, and with this whole thing with AAA, I see them giving it to Penta.
If they put the main title on Penta,
No,
That would be huge. If they put
that
the
would
main
be
title on Penta, that'll be like Rey Mysterio winning
the world.
the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
Who's the does
That's
Jay
what that would be like.
does Jay got a match? Sam?
Who?
Jay Uso?
Jay?
Yeah, it's Logan Paul.
So let's go ahead. So Roosevelt, who you got? Who you say you got? Penta?
You
Yeah.
skip me, man. You
LP,
skip
who
me.
you got? P. I ain't skip you. I was going to you. LP, who you got?
I had to clarify that. No, Seth Rollins gonna win Money in the Bank. Logan Paul's gonna win the belt, and Seth Rollins gonna cash it in the same night. There hasn't been a same night cash in a while, if I'm not mistaken.
The
I
belt's
think.
not on.
But the belt not on the line. But I wouldn't be mad at that if that did happen.
The belt ain't on the line.
No, so it's a tag team match.
Oh yeah. Oh that's. Who cares? Are you serious? I forgot all about this. Oh my god. Yeah, we ain't got no time for what I was about to say. I ain't even gonna about to get hot because how the hell Cody come back? How the hell Cody come back and demand a tag match? What? Give me a tag match. Come on, bro.
It didn't come out of nowhere. And for some reason, they doing the Gunther versus Jey Uso match on Monday Night Raw here in Phoenix. So, I mean, I think that rematch should have been for Money in the Bank. I don't know why they doing this, but whatever. Let's go ahead and get to it. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. LP, who you got?
Who cares? I'm assuming it's going. Didn't Logan Paul lose the last pay-per-view he was in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he lost the one before that. So I really am saying Logan Paul ain't gonna keep on losing. So I'm pretty sure the heels are gonna lose because somebody's gonna interfere or do something or whatever. But it just that's oh my god. That's Cody Rhodes. I'm so sick of Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is he's the dumbest. Cody Rhodes is the damn dumbest. I know I said I was fucking done, but I'm gonna say it one more time before we get off this air. Cody Rhodes is the dumbest wrestler in the history of wrestling. You get your ass whooped and you come back and demand a tag match? Saturday Night Main Event, he literally came in and demanded a tag match. Who does that? Who does that? Embarrassed you in front of the world and took your belt. This ain't nothing but a filler. This is a filler episode in one piece. this ain't nothing but a filler episode. But I'm giving it to the heel.
Well, LP, I was going to maybe fly out to LA and go to Money in the Bank, but now you make me question that shit. I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna stay home and watch it on TV. I was like, I might go out there and watch Money in the Bank live in LA. Nah, I think I'm, all right.
Damn, this is a dumb pay-per-view.
Oh man, Roosevelt, who you got in this match, man?
I'm gonna channel my inner Santino Marella, and I'm gonna go with John Cena and Paula de Logan.
Oh, John Cena. Okay.
John Cena.
Yeah, I don't see Cody and Jay winning this. I don't. I feel like John Cena and Logan Paul will cheat some type of way and pull it off. And shout out to Jay, man. Jay has been a phenomenal champion. In a lot of different ways where he's pushing the needle in merchandise. The fans always reacting to his intros. He's getting a lot of love, man. But his feuds right now are not that great. And, even though you have some good dancing partners, I mean, John Cena and Logan Paul and Cody, I mean, those are cool, but now is the time for Jay to start solidifying his championship.
Is it his fault?
Seth Rollins.
It's not.
Is it his fault? It's not Jay's fault. I'm not blaming Jay for nothing. But what I will say is he's gonna need some strong competitors. You know what I'm saying? Logan Paul.
Huh?
After Monday, it's gonna happen with Seth Rollins. He's not losing to Gunther on Monday. Seth Rollins is going to get involved in some kind of way, or
Seth
Braun Breaker.
Rollins might. Seth Rollins might cash it in on Monday. Then, if Seth Rollins wins that damn Money in the Bank, he not gonna hold on to it that long. Like he gonna cash that. And then
that's too predictable for Seth Rollins. I don't think he's gonna do it on Monday.
No, I think he's gonna do it on Monday. You know why? Because I told you, I keep telling y'all, every time they come here to Phoenix, it's always a big surprise that pop off. So I don't see Jey Uso just beating Gunther clean. LP might be right. I think Seth Rollins is going to win the belt. I think he's going to come here to Phoenix. He's going to cash it in, and it's going to be another steal of the century.
Yeah, you got to think about
I see that playing out. Because how else you going to get Paul Heyman ain't going to sit there and let Jey Uso have a year-long run where he's trying to build this monster faction over here. Are you stupid? No, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Paul ain't sitting waiting for nobody. And so since he aligned himself with Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, I absolutely believe that Seth Rollins is going to win. Looking at the landscape, I mean, it's going to be a great match. I think a lot of people sleeping on it. But it's going to be a great match. And I think that Seth Rollins is going to win. He's going to cash in at the end of that match.
I add a little bit of spice to the surprise. Sammy is going to cause him to lose.
Jay?
I'm not saying Sammy going to join Seth's group, but Sammy, the writing's on the wall. Sammy, that little speech he gave, how Seth can't get out of here with that bullshit. Sammy is going to cause Jay to lose that belt, and I think he's going to either turn and join that group. Because remember, they're supposed to add one more person. It's going to be Sammy. I might be wrong. We'll see. But to be honest, this pay-per-view is pointless. This pay-per-view is to set up that Monday. They need something big on Netflix. They need something. And Jay going to fight Gunther. Even if Jay wins, he going to be about dead. If Seth Rollins wins that Money in the Bank, you better I put the money in the bank on Monday that he gonna cash it in. If not same night. But you can't, he can't cash it in the same night. So wait a minute, can he cash it in the same night though? Yeah. Even if he can still cash it in.
You can't if the champion ain't there. Jey Uso Hold on.
Jey Uso.
Hold on. He could. During the tag match, after the match is over, if they just so happen to get Jay alone, you gotta get Cody out of there. If they get Jay alone, they could absolutely cash it in on Jay.
Out of there too. You got to get Cena out of there too. You got to get Cena out of there too.
Cena's a heel. He already got the belt. He don't got no business with them.
Yeah, but he's on this. He on this thing about ruining wrestling. If he really wants to do the whole thing where he's talking about putting it on Logan Paul, he gonna stop that.
Hey, but you want to talk about ruining wrestling? He gonna take it out of Jay's hand. Jay, how popular is Jay right now? He ruining wrestling by taking it out of Jay's hand.
By taking it out of Jay's hands.
Yeah, but you still have a good deal with Seth Rollins. I
don't know. I'm with LP on this one. You on the island by yourself, Jack. I think that they might isolate Jay that night, cashing in that night. But on Monday night, business-wise, it makes more sense to cash it in on Monday during the Jey Uso and Gunther fight. But I'm not ruling it out that if Seth Rollins wins the Money in the Bank contract, that night during the main event, he might try to cash it in on Jey Uso. Or John Cena.
John Cena what?
He can cash it in on John Cena too.
That would be a shock. Wow, nobody would see that coming. Nobody would see that coming right there.
He could cash it in. If Jay Uso hit him with a super kick, He can come in and absolutely. But the thing is, they would be switching brands, but not really. Well, not really because
Yeah.
the rosters. Well, people are still signing SmackDown to Raw. Yeah, they're not mixing anywhere more right now, but that could happen. But I don't see it happening. But it could happen
How many more appearances does John Cena have left?
to the end of the year, so maybe 10.
No, that he said that he would do.
Well, he said he was only going to he said he was going to wrestle like 7 times or something. See, didn't he give up a specific number or something?
Yeah, you give her a specific number, and I think he's down to like 6 or 5. I think he's down to 5.
Well, think about this. SummerSlam is almost here, right? You got what, 2 months, a month and a half, 2 months away, SummerSlam, and then you got maybe like a handful, maybe 5 major appearances, major events. You know what I'm saying?
Slam, you got Survivor Series, and then you got the ones that's overseas.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see, man. We'll see. I think it's going to be a great Monday. I think that we're going to see a shocker on that Monday on Netflix. And I think that this weekend, the event is going to be great, man. So y'all go check it out and let me know what you think, who you got your monies on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And he got some technical difficulties in the background. We can't hear nothing you saying right now. You talking just to be talking, brother. We don't hear nothing.
My bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. I thought you were talking about LP, man. His lights was flickering and everything. I was that boy that had a train roll through his house about 5 times.
He did.
Woo. All right, man. It's been a great show, fellas. I know we had some other things that we wanted to talk about, but we're running against time, man. We got to do this, and since you ain't been on the show, LP, we got to go ahead and you gonna be first to give the final word, man. So we love to give a little bit of motivation on each show. So LPZ, the Dawn, do you have a final word for the beautiful people?
Oh man, I guess I gotta say this. Remember that whether you half black or full black, you're still black. So don't be like The Rock, and always look out for your people. That's my word.
That is a controversial final word from your boy, the villain of the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast, the Don LP. Roosevelt, do you have a final word for the beautiful people?
Yeah, man. See people for who they are, not who you want them to be. You know what I'm saying? It's too many times we want someone to be somebody or be doing something, or we want to see ourselves in them. So sometimes you just got to sit back and say, you know what, you are who you are, and either I'm going to accept it or I'm going to move on away from it. So see people for who they are, not who you want them to be. That's the final word from your boy, Roosevelt, the fighter.
Absolutely. Love that. Beautiful people, if I'm going to leave you with a final word. I was watching this clip of David Banner, and he was talking about how he was having some issues sleeping, right? And so he hit up another fellow rapper, Method Man. He's like, Method Man, hey man, I'm having some trouble sleeping. And Method Man was like, I was having that same issue. You know what I started doing? I started going to the gym and working out. And he was like, by doing that, even if I don't go in and work out, just me being there is rewiring, my habits and everything. But he said something that was very profound that somebody told him. And that was, you know what the heaviest thing in the gym is? Let me ask you that, Roosevelt. Do you know what the heaviest thing in the gym is?
Your desire.
No, the door. The door is the heaviest thing in the gym. But I'm gonna go as far as say that your mind is the heaviest thing in the gym when you're working out, because sometimes you have to get over what's in here and get out into the world. And part of getting out of here is doing things physically. And sometimes you could be frustrated with something, or you have a lot of things on your mind. But when you step in that gym, all of that kind of goes away, especially when you start lifting that heavy weight. You know what I'm saying? And the weight reminds you that you're as strong as you are. You're not always as strong as you think you are. You know what I'm saying? So it gives you a little bit of reality. It gives you that dopamine rush that you need to be able to, think clearly, and also feel good about yourself. But just go ahead and lift the heavy things. Go ahead and take on your mind, and let your physical body do the heavy lifting. Go ahead and open that front door to the gym, or if you have a gym in your house like I do, you got to open that door to get in that gym and work out. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and lift heavy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where the change is on the other side of that. And you're going to thank yourself, and your body will thank yourself for that too. So I'm just saying that to say this. I'm talking to myself. Get your ass in the gym.
Hit your ass. I
Yeah,
procrastinate on it.
lift that heavy door, and lift that heavy mind of yours. You know what I'm saying?
That
That
heavy.
is a final, yeah, that heavy head. That is a final word from your boy, Brian Renegade. All right, real quick, LP, what you got going on? Where can the people find you?
You can find me on my Instagram as always for everything. One Click Photography Shoots with an S. Photo shoots, working on upcoming events possibly. So right now I'm back in the studio just doing photos. So check me out on that end.
Absolutely, LP. We got to do a photo shoot interview, man, with some of these wrestlers, man, where you sit down and you do the photo shoot with them, and especially if it's a female, they get their makeup done, you can ask some questions. I think that'll be a really cool segment to do.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I'm
that'll
saying?
be
Interview with LP during the photo shoot. Yeah,
that'll be good. Let's get
it's
let's
in
get
the
Jay
works,
Clark.
damn it. We got it. Who
Let's
who
get
you
Jay
want?
Clark. I said let's get Jay Cargill signed up.
All right, yeah. So yeah, as soon as we cross that red tape, we get cheats, all yours. All yours. I'll have a fresh bottle of baby oil for you. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, Roosevelt, what you got going on, and where can the people find you?
Yeah, this Saturday I'm in Ferguson, North Carolina, wrestling against former TNA superstar Caleb Conley. So it's a match I've been wanting for a very long time. But this time I'm not trying to prove myself. I'm just going to go in and show that I'm the proof. I'm the truth. I'm the man that likes to fight. Next week I will be in Raleigh, North Carolina for Gouge Pro Wrestling. And then after that, I got my fireworks tent coming on. So you guys come see me at the Home Depot in Raleigh, North Carolina on Strickland Road, starting June 20th all the way to July 6th. We'll be out there selling the fireworks. So come buy everything. Everything got to go. So come and get it.
Are you doing
Absolutely.
are you doing GalaxyCon this year, Roosevelt?
We were supposed to do it from the movie, but we're not finished with the movie yet. So I don't know if we still are lined up to go on the panel to go and be there. But when is it?
July 19th and 20th, I think, that weekend.
I think
I think.
we'll be done with the movie. So I want to say, yeah, I will be at GalaxyCon.
Okay. You going or you gonna be wrestling? I know they do they do the wrestling events.
I will be on the panel.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be on one of the panels for the movie that we're doing, Birds of Prey. We should be done by then. So we'll see. I'll keep everybody updated.
Absolutely. And my name is Brian Renegade. You can follow me on all platforms at Brian Renegade. We was going to break some news, but I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it to next week. We have one of our guest on. But I'm super excited about this, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it. Um, just I'm gonna just put a little bug in. Yeah, last year we put on a tournament called the Hyperdrive Tournament. It took us 3 weeks to do. We featured some of the hottest talent around the South, and especially in the North Carolina area, and they put on one hell of a tournament. It was something that I haven't seen, and a lot of these wrestlers never experienced that. And it was a great experience all the way around. And I know that me and Roosevelt and the guys we were talking about, like, next year we got to do it big.
Mhm.
And guess what? We doing it big. We doing it big. So I'm gonna tell y'all about it. We still working little tweaks out, but I'm gonna tell y'all about it, and it's gonna be amazing. Greensboro, North Carolina, August 17th. Mark your freaking calendars because it's going down.
Prepare yourself. We're going to war.
We're going to war. Absolutely. Oh man. Real quick. LP.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I said your name. I just felt like saying your name. Hold up. We next week. Are you gonna be here next week? I know you busy. I know you busy. But if we could still
Let me confirm, but I think I will be done around that time.
all right, cool. Well, just let us know. Next week we got a big interview going on. One of the most talented individuals, Renee Michelle. You may have seen her on WWE TV. She was in some segments with the 24-hour championship with her husband. She is a fitness enthusiast, spokesmodel, all of that, wrestler, all of that. So we're going to see and talk to Renee Michelle next week. It's going to be great. You can follow her on Instagram at Lady RM. And June 11th, it is going down. So we're going to get to talk to Renee Michelle and pick her brain, see what she got going on. And it's going to be one hell of a interview. The week after that, we got your boy Joe Black. I'll see if I can find the graphic for it. But your boy Joe Black, real quick, Roosevelt, tell the people about Joe Black.
Oh man, if you know me, you've heard me say 1,000 times that I'm like a real life Goku, and Joe Black would be the Vegeta to my Goku. We've had opportunities against each other so many different times, so many different matches, and we felt like we were close to getting signed to Ring of Honor as a tag team once upon a time. So he's going to come on the show, man. He's going to tell you his story. This man is very unapologetic, and as he should be. He's an amazing dude, good brother. So you guys make sure that you stick around. Yeah, there go Joe Black right there. He's gonna come up and he's gonna talk about the Pantheon, his paths to getting to where he's at right now, and what he has coming up in the future. So you guys make sure that you tune in every week, man, because we always have some dynamic interviews. I don't think we've had a bad interview unless it's like
one.
like as far as stories and people talking and answering questions, we've never had a bad interview. So you guys make sure you stick around every single week to the best damn wrestling podcast.
Absolutely. Speaking of that, man, we had a great interview last week with Maverick Vo, the best damn wrestling champion. He is right now the Hyperdrive champion. He wrestles in a lot of the promotions that and repping our belt like he should. I'm proud of that boy. He be repping that belt, boy. You hear me? I don't know no other podcast that got an active championship belt that's going around the circuits, the independent circuits like we do. Name one podcast. I don't know, not one. So, shout out to Maverick Vo, man. He has been definitely representing the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast as the best damn champion, man. And he is such a great talent, man. So if you have the opportunity, go check out Maverick Vo. You can see his stuff on his Instagram at Maverick Vo. He's also talked about how he was almost a Power Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He talked about his upbringing in his household, his Asian household, and some of the expectations that he had on himself, and having multiple disciplines in martial arts and all of those things. So he gave a great interview. So whenever you have the opportunity, go back and check that out. All right.
And real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to Scott Lawson. First time watching and loving it. He has a podcast himself called #Truth podcast. So you guys make sure you show him love like he's showing us love. Appreciate you, Scott.
Absolutely, man. So everybody love the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast, man. We all over the globe. I don't know if y'all know that or not. I thought y'all don't know if y'all thought we were just local. I don't know if y'all thought we were just in North Carolina. Hell, I don't even live in North Carolina, but we all over the globe right now. You know what I'm saying? We all over the globe. Watch us on YouTube, man. Our YouTube is going up right now. We have close to 100,000 views on YouTube. And I'm happy about that because it was a point when we ain't had none. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to that. And we are growing and progressing. Thank you for everybody that watches us. Shout out to the truckers. As always, you're the lifeblood of the country. Shout out to the veterans. We love y'all. And yeah, love, peace, and head grease. Anything for the group from anybody's?
Those that are on TikTok world, make sure you guys tune in on Monday. I'm going to be doing a self-defense class instructional thing on Monday right here on TikTok. So you guys make sure you tune in. I will drop what time that's going to be. And those that's in the Best Damn Wrestling world, man, if you guys want to get some little tips to be able to keep you safe, you know what I'm saying, make sure you tune in to my TikTok official _ Mr. Everything on TikTok.
Absolutely. And if you want some photo shoots, you go to your boy LP. He will travel if you are paying. You know what I'm saying? One of the best talents and photographers and organizers in the country right now. So shout out to LP, and you go follow him on all his stuff. LP, can we have you help in the show?
Oh yeah. We definitely gonna find a place for me.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah, I know you're a little rusty. Go ahead and end us, man, so we can get off.
Oh shit!
Bring your face here, boy.
Hold on, let me put my camera back on. I might be a little black. I ain't had no white earlier. That's why I had.
No, you good.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday at 7:00 for the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast.
You heard him. We bid you adieu.